everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout today, and I started this layout because of that floral paper, which is Jelly Bean Soup You Make Me So Happy, MISO, and then it's the miso paste paper. I loved that and I decided I wanted to use it on a layout, so I went and I found some photos it would work with, and this are some photos of my boyfriend and I on a little adventure here. So I'm gluing that to this yellow paper, which is from Jelly Bean Soup's So Sweet Sunshine Soup, and it's the bite-sized bits paper. And what I did is I'm going to put some of those photos on one side and some on the other, and so I just glued them right together and then just cut right down the middle where I wanted them to go from one side to the other. It's the best way to explain that. That background paper there, the navy paper, is Kaisercraft Oh Happy Day. It's the Let's Celebrate Good Times. It's cute. It looks like it has like tone-on-tone sprinkles on it. But I love how this paper played off. It was such a, well, it didn't look like a sunshiny day because there's clouds in the background in one of those photos, but it was actually pretty sunshiny that day. And we just had a really good time. So this bright floral paper just kind of reminded me of that. So now I've taken that floral paper and I've cut it so that there's more paper that's going to be on the right and less paper on the left. I did go back and forth a little bit about perhaps rounding the corners on that paper, but decided ultimately not to once I was done. I just decided, well, let me see, I'll wait. And then what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get about the same width on the right side as there is on the left side of a reveal of that blue paper. I've dug into some Jelly Bean Soup supplies lately just because that company hasn't been in business for a while, and I still have a fair amount of paper and definitely a fair amount of embellishments, so I want to get them used up. So now I'm going to use a journaling card here, and I'm trying to decide what to do. I like that XOXO one. The cards with a lot of white feel like they're calling a lot of attention to themselves. So just going through, these are all Ellie Studio cards here. Or mostly Ellie Studio cards, but these are those three there that you're looking at are Ellie Studio. I did consider that heart one, and I'm thinking about maybe putting the heart on the right side somewhere, so I left that card out. There we go. And I didn't cut the card down to make it fit, I just left it. And now I'm just getting the papers anchored down a little bit more because I left them open to be able to stick things underneath. Okay, so that card is there. Now I am going through my Jelly Bean Soup pieces, and I find that Hello Today, they weren't necessarily meant to go together, but I really liked how they played off the yellow and blue that I'm using here. And then I also did find that Awesome Words, so I found that one as well. Then I found these scallop circles, or this scallop circle, so I added that in as just kind of a little grounding element with a little peach ampersand. Those are all coming from the Jelly Bean Soup Hello Healthy Soup. It's the pea pod parts is what those are called. And then I found this one, which is kind of an aqua scallop, so I really like how that looks behind there. I'm thinking I might take out that inner aqua circle though. And I found some coffee cups and some hearts. There's a little circle in there that was from, I don't know that it was this collection, but it was another collection that you won't be able to get because Jelly Bean Soup hasn't been around in a long time, so I'm not, too worried about it. So I'm just kind of pulling things in. There's that cute little pink flower that I think might work in here. Just pulling anything that I think might work. And I'm loving how big that cluster on the right is getting, the bottom right side, because that's really taking up some visual space there. So still playing a little bit here. I did find another scallop circle, by the way, so now I have two aqua scallop circles. And another coffee cup that's going to work. So now it's time. First of all, I have to punch out all the little dots on the inside of the scallop. Those were not those were still in the scallop, so that's going to take me a little bit. And then I'll take that and get that tucked in there. And now I'm going to add these pieces on here. Just getting them arranged there. Layer, layer, layer. And I did add some foam tape to the heart there just to give it some dimension because so much of this is so flat. It is a little hard to see these all on camera, all the embellishments, but really, as busy as that paper is, it's pretty easy to see them when you're not on camera. So I'm going to add little foam pieces under all the butterflies on this so that they stick up just a little bit. And I had saved a little bit of a scallop from that little piece of scallop from that left one, thinking maybe I might want to get it in that cluster up above there. And that's what I did. Okay. Now the fun begins because I have to get all this back down. So I usually start somewhere kind of top down if I can, but not always. And I'm going to try to cut out, I decided not to pick up these circles because that just scared me. I figured I'd never get anything back where I wanted it. So I'm just putting those out, and I did cut out that inside of that scallop, that aqua scallop. It's bothering me though. I knew immediately when I did it and pulled it out that I would put it back in. So I just did. And that's fine. It took a little work, but I was able to do. I mean, I purposely cut it where I did so that you couldn't see it if I decided to do what I just did, which is put it back. Okay, getting the rest of those dots out of that circle. It took a lot longer in real time than it does when I'm doing, when I fast forwarded everything. I'm playing with that little yellow label to see if I want to get that in somewhere. And some hearts. Kind of playing with that. So I didn't like the heart where it was, but I'm going to pop it down in that cluster by the cup. And there's that little pink butterfly. Popped it over there. And then I realized, oh yeah, I have the awesome word there, and I have nothing up there that looks anything like any of the other clusters. So I played around a little bit, and I found that butterfly. At first I thought I was going to just do that butterfly, but I did add in the coffee cup there as well too. And then in the end, you're not going to see this. I forgot to add enamel dots. So I added Altenew enamel dots in Glacier Cave. You'll see those on all the still shots and detail shots. And then I did find a yellow butterfly which ended up landing on the big circle cluster, and the pink one went back there too. You can see it in that shot right there. All right, guys, there's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I will be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.